We are warming up now that we're going into the first few days of June. Highs will be in the mid 80s, still just a tad bit below average, but much warmer, along with little to no rain and partly cloudy skies. All the details on your forecast are coming up.
So even from a very young age, they'll do some leadership building activities.
Now at 10, school's out for the summer. A look at the options parents have for childcare in the CSRA. And day 11 of the network outage forecasts the government and how the city is handling non-emergency services. Also, budget talks for the Richmond County school system, why some employees could be seeing a bump in pay. Your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on BTV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with breaking news. An afternoon shooting turns deadly. Investigators say it happened on Windsor Spring Road. A male victim was shot at least one time and died from his injuries. Deputies say an investigation is underway. Stay tuned to WJBF News Channel 6 as we continue to get information on that case. Well, some changes being made tonight at the Columbia County Planning Commission meeting. Nikita Dennis is live in the Satellite News Center with more.
Yeah, because of state law requirements, future items on the Planning Commission's agenda may require a different process in order to be approved.
One nation, under God, indivisible.
Commissioners discussed amendments at Thursday's Planning Commission meeting, making changes to how zoning and ordinance are processed and approved in the future.
There's already requirements for halfway houses, those sort of things. How you go about rezoning property for that. So we were advised to put that within our ordinance.
State law requires the Planning Commission to make changes on how they go about approving items. It also allows the public to give their input.
Applicant or a neighbor wants to appeal that. There's not a very clear process how to do that. Before it wasn't as clear as it could be. So that's one of the big changes we think there that is not with the state law side of things.
They also approved items for developments and revisions to take place on properties near Baker Place Road and Prince George Avenue, making sure they meet the requirements.
Ordinarily for a residential subdivision, they're allowed up to 32 square feet and it has to be externally illuminated only, which means typically spotlights are similar in the landscaping, something from outside the side structure itself.
The next scheduled Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for June 5th on Thursday at 6 p.m. Live in the Satellite News Center, I'm Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
School is out and summer camp programs across the CSRA are gearing up for an exciting and educational summer. Hannah Latier tells us what they're doing.
Organizations like the YMCA and the Georgia Carolina Council Adventure Camp have noticed more summer camp students this year, and they've planned accordingly. The newer yet booming GCC Adventure Camp is focused on teaching kids leadership skills.
So even from a very young age, they'll do some leadership building activities.
They're also staying active with swimming, archery lessons, tennis, cornhole, and anything else related to the outdoors. There are about 100 kids signed up every week.
I think this is a good camp and more people should come.
Georgia YMCA summer camps have also already started. Camps in South Carolina will be opening soon. About 1,100 kids signed up throughout its different locations this year.
Our traditional camp is really designed for working parents. So we have early care and after care for free. So you can drop off as early as 7 a.m. and pick up as late as 6 p.m.
They're trying to incorporate academics into their summer activities to limit learning loss.
Seeing the kids from an after-school perspective rolling into summer and then back into school again through the pandemic, and so we definitely saw that gap and we tried to fill in where we could. We definitely know that keeping kids engaged in that education piece over the course of the summer helps.
And the kids tell us this beats being bored at home any day.
I'd probably be on my iPad.
There are still spots open at both summer camps to register your child. For more information on availability and pricing, head on over to WJBF.com. In Columbia County, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
And it was a great day to be in the pool. And now let's take a first look at our weather with Meteorologist Jennifer Tracci. It was a beautiful day out there for the kids.
Yeah, comfortable temperatures. Still warm, but not too hot. So pretty nice first day of June, and it's still pretty warm outside as we look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at SRP Park. There is no rain coming down, just a mix of some clouds outside, high and mid-level clouds. Today's high temperature was 83 degrees. Nowhere near that record of 101, and really not even close to average of 89. We've still been well below average over the last several days. A little bit warmer than this time yesterday, though. 8 degrees warmer in Washington, 7 degrees warmer in Crawfordville. Temperatures right now are in the upper 60s to low 70s. 71 in Evans, 72 in McCormick. Millen sitting right at 70, 72 in Swainsboro. Augusta only at 66 degrees right now, 67 in Edgefield, but for the most part, still those 70s with dew points in the mid 60s to upper 60s. Another muggy evening. Winds are pretty light though. Very calm across the metro in Aiken County, coming in from the northeast, only 3 miles per hour in Swainsboro. Now for satellite and radar, we are seeing no rain, some spotty showers outside of our area. We had some spotty showers come through a couple hours ago, but we're not expecting any rain tonight. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll see a few more showers develop, but the main focus is what's happening down in the Gulf of Mexico. We have a tropical depression, and this is on the first day of hurricane season. It just formed and is bringing some gusty winds and some thunderstorm activity along parts of Florida. Now for us here in town, this will not be impacting us, just an isolated storm chance over the weekend. 88 on Saturday, a bit cooler again on Sunday. Your full forecast is coming up shortly, but back to you, Dee.
All right, Jenna, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. Well, some Richmond County school employees could be getting a raise. School leaders are working on next year's budget, and they say they're looking to provide qualified employees with a step increase and boost classified pay schedules by 2%. The school board says the tax dollars in Richmond County are being carefully spent, but going to a good place.
We're trying our best, again, with the amount of funds that we have available at any given school year, to improve salaries, to improve work conditions, to improve assistance within the schools.
All expenses are tentative until the board approves the budget, and there will be another public hearing on Tuesday at 6 p.m. The budget could be passed by June 13th. And there have been some challenges for people who
On for good.
Me encanta, qué práctica. So loud. So you. Atlanta and Augusta Sewing Center.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
It's been a nice first day of June. Temperatures topped off in the low 80s today. Little to no rain other than just some spotty showers. Right now it's dry outside. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Washington Road. Visibility is perfect at 10 miles. Temperatures are comfortable in the mid 60s. Winds are light and dew points are in the low 60s. So a little bit muggy this evening, with a lot of us still at that 70-degree mark or higher. 71 in Crawfordville and Gibson, 70 in Waynesboro, upper 60s in Barnwell, Aiken, and Edgefield. Saluda still at 72 degrees. For satellite and radar, you can see that spotty shower activity pop up across parts of our area a couple hours ago. Other than that, just the mid and high level clouds passing by with all the activity down in the Gulf of Mexico. And we had our tropical depression form earlier today. This is tropical depression 2. Wind speeds right now are at 35 miles per hour. It's still very disorganized with just some outer rain bands impacting parts of the Gulf of Mexico and the Florida coastline here around the Panhandle. Now, as we look at the movement over the next couple of days, instead of moving towards the east across Florida and into the Atlantic, it's going to stay in the Gulf of Mexico for a while, eventually moving off towards the southeast into Cuba, but at that point it will be weakening even further just to a remnant low. So no major developments expected with that system, just some minor impacts in Florida, nothing out of the ordinary. Now here in town we won't have any impacts, just those isolated shower chances tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. Temperature is making it to around 85 degrees, so a little bit warmer than today. Saturday will be our warmest day in a while, 88 degrees. Still near or below average though over the next several days to come. Now our rain chances are pretty much slim to none, very isolated, only at 20% at the most. And for our future cast tomorrow at 6 a.m., we will start the day out dry
pressure moves down into the Gulf of Mexico with just a few showers across the Florida Peninsula. We'll see some shower activity tomorrow afternoon and Saturday evening as we have a weak frontal system move through, then a little bit of cooler temperatures on our Sunday. Now here's a closer look at home tomorrow. The lunch hour starting out dry but pretty cloudy. Some breaks in the clouds here and there, a little bit of sunshine. Then we'll see some showers, possibly some rumbles of thunder happen as we go into around 3, 5 o'clock in the evening, but definitely nothing widespread, nothing strong or severe here. So pretty much a rinse and repeat pattern, what we've been seeing all week long, just a tad bit warmer. Lows tonight will be in the low 60s, and for tomorrow, topping off in the mid 80s. Average high is 89, so we are still below that. Now over the next 10 days, we will be warming up slowly but surely. Low temperatures will be in the low 60s. Will be a little bit cooler on Sunday from that frontal passage. Upper 50s as we go into our Monday morning, nice and sunny. Then next week, very low rain chances as well, getting closer to that 90-degree mark. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Coming up, recycled treasures and antiques. Why some people are blown away by what they find.
Do you suffer most trusted, most accurate, most watched weather tool? Live Fiber 6 is weather coverage you can count on. The most watched news station in the CSRA, News Channel 6.
Well, last but not least, we're supposed to turn like that. A Modoc Antique Store is getting ready for the Peachtree 23 yard sale.
News Channel 6's Brandon Dawson stopped in to check out the store and see how the owners were preparing for the big event.
The Peachtree 23 yard sale is 44 miles of antique sales, farmers markets, and more. The entire event is spread across several participating towns in South Carolina. One of the towns along the route is Modoc. And if you're passing through, you may have noticed recycled treasures.
Recycled Treasures in Modoc is someplace that you go that brings back memories, and you can buy things that you didn't even know you wanted until you saw them.
The store has been around for 4 years now, but the owners have been in the antique game for a while.
We lived here for almost 40 years, and we had an antique shop called Willowpatch in McCormick for quite a few years, and did travel around and did antique shows. And we sold that and took a booth downtown Augusta, and we're there for 21 years.
Customers are blown away when they stop by the little shop located on South Carolina Highway 28.
When they walk in the door, they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that there was this much stuff inside.
This place has everything. If you like little knickknacks, if you like lamps, if you like rolling pins, if you like anything, and especially pink things, they're here.
The folks at Recycled Treasures in Modoc are ready for the Peachtree 23 yard sale, and if you stop by, you may just find what you're looking for, and maybe something extra.
It's a little bit of everything, a lot of antiques, a lot of just gifts, what have you. And it starts here and ends up in Batesburg, or vice versa though.
It's been going on for 17 years, and depending on where you want to begin, this is either the beginning or the end, and we'd rather you begin here.
Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.
Who doesn't love a good rolling pin?
I like pink things. They got me with that. I was like, oh.
Me too. That's the main takeaway. Pink
Yeah.
things. Like my dress. I guess I like
There you
pink
go.
things. I'll have to stop by. Well, tonight we have some nice conditions, warm temperatures, muggy outside, and as we look at tomorrow, it's going to be 85 degrees, isolated showers, and same story over the weekend. Definitely not a whole lot of rain. A little bit warmer on Saturday, 88 degrees. Then we'll have a front come through on Sunday, 83, upper 50s Monday morning, and nice and sunny. So little to no rain all of next week. Temperatures will be slowly but surely warming up. We'll see a lot of upper 80s getting closer to that 90-degree mark as we continue into the first and second week of June. So overall, not too bad, not too hot, not too cool.
Waiting for you to say that 90 number.
No, we don't want that.
Glad we're not there
No,
yet.
not there yet.
I was coming close to putting 90 for next week. Didn't do it though.
No,
I'm thinking about it.
It's not that time yet. No.
An air conditioning unit doesn't need that.
Right.
Yeah, but a pool day or a beach day, y'all don't want
That
that.
works.
80s is fine.
80s, yeah, I don't want to go near the 90s.
Yeah, true. Upper 80s, no rain would be good enough for a beach or pool day.
Right, exactly. So get out there and enjoy it while you can. Well, the news continues at the top of the hour on WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan's Heroes. Tell them.
Right here.
Here on the TV.
Jen.
We're getting just a little bit warmer now that we are into the month of June. Tomorrow will be a pretty nice day with little to no rain, highs in the mid-80s. All the details on your forecast are coming up. Now on your news at 11, what zoning ordinances were discussed at the Columbia County Planning meeting tonight? Plus, Aiken is bringing back a summertime favorite. And the latest on the city network outage, where one department is slowing down.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins as some changes are being made tonight at the Columbia County Planning. A shooting this afternoon at the Get and Go gas station on Windsor Spring Road leaves one man dead. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office responded to the shooting this afternoon in response to one person being shot. Deputies found a male victim who had been shot once and died of his injuries. There is no further information at this time, but the investigation is continuing. Time now for a first check of our forecast, and meteorologist Jenna Petronci joins us now. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was a really nice first day of June. Weather has been cooperating lately. Not a whole lot of rain. Temperatures have been pretty comfortable for this time of the year, only in those low 80s. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. Still no rain, nice and dry. Visibility is perfect. Today's high temperature of 83 degrees was still well below average. Typically, we're in the upper 80s, have a lot of 90-degree days as we go into the month of June, but that hasn't been the case so far. Record high temperature for this day, 101. Of course, nowhere near that. A little bit chilly this morning as well at 59 degrees. Right now we're in the mid to upper 60s. Augusta at 64, 66 in Barnwell. Low 70s in our southern counties. Swainsboro still at 72 degrees, 71 in Sylvania. Wrightsville also at 71 in those upper 60s. Lincolnton, Edgefield, Waynesboro, and Washington. Dew points are a little bit high tonight. We're seeing mid-60s, even some low 70s down in Swainsboro, so another muggy night. Winds are very light, though, so overall pleasant conditions. Not much to worry about when it comes to the weather over the next couple of days. Rain chances will be slim to none. We had some spotty showers earlier today, but definitely nothing significant. All the focus is on what's down in the Gulf of Mexico. For the first day of hurricane season today, we had a tropical depression form, and this is bringing some minor impacts across Florida. And coming up, I'll have a look at the track and what we can expect. But here in town, no impacts. We'll just have some isolated storms this weekend. Temperatures warming up on Saturday, 88 degrees, then a brief cool down on Sunday to the low 80s due to a frontal passage. So becoming a bit warmer as we go into this first weekend of June. Isolated rain chances with a mix of sun and clouds. And since it's the first day of hurricane season, I'll have all the details on that tropical depression. So stay with us for your full forecast, but back to you, Dave.
All right, Jenna, thanks so much. Some challenges for the people who handle complaints and concerns in Augusta.
Sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Thursday evening. It's the first day of June, and it was overall a nice day. We had high temperatures in the low 80s with little to no rain, and now it's a nice dry night. Still very warm and muggy, though. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken. 64 degrees in Augusta with calm winds. Visibility is perfect at 10 miles. No fog concerns tonight. Dew points are in the low 60s. We're seeing upper 60s to low 70s, a little bit warmer in our western and southern line counties. 72 in Swainsboro, 68 in Washington. Evans still at 73, 66 in Aiken, 66 as well in Saluda, and 67 down in Bamberg. So just some high-level clouds passing by for all of us. Spotty showers out towards the west, but all the focus is down in the Gulf of Mexico. This is where we have our second tropical depression of the season. Fun fact, we actually had a tropical depression form back in mid-January, so technically that was the first system of 2023, but now it's the first day of hurricane season. We'll really start to see things start to ramp up, but right now this is impacting Florida just a little bit around the Big Bend. Some gusty winds, some thunderstorms happening over the next couple of days as this kind of just hangs around the Gulf of Mexico, eventually turning
veering off towards the southeast, and it could potentially become our first tropical storm. Now, if that happens, it will be named Arlene, the first one on the list. Then we'll just become a remnant low, bringing some minor impacts to Cuba. Now, here in town, we don't have to worry about anything with this system. Tomorrow will be a great pool day. We'll have some slightly warmer temperatures, making it to around 85 degrees. Winds coming in from the northeast, a little bit breezy at times, with a few showers around. Now, over the next few days, we are warming up slowly but surely. We'll see a lot of days in the upper 80s, but still no 90-degree days, at least for now. Isolated shower chances really only up to around 20% over the next few days. We'll have a lot of sunshine at times, and you'll see on our future cast tomorrow morning, we're starting out dry. That low pressure system moves further down into the Gulf of Mexico, moving away from Florida. Then we'll see a weak frontal boundary move through our area, bringing the chance of some showers late in the day Saturday into Sunday, but definitely nothing to cancel any weekend plans for. It will be mostly dry, just some spotty showers here and there, possible rumbles of thunder. Dry by the lunch hour on Friday. Then as we go into later on in the afternoon, we'll see some spotty showers pop up, some breaks in the clouds as we go later on in the day. Overall, a pretty nice Friday. Lows tonight will be in the low 60s, muggy and partly cloudy, and for tomorrow, we'll top off in the mid 80s, average high being 89. So still seeing those below average temperatures, but we are warming up just a tad. 88 on Saturday, back down to 83 on Sunday. That weak frontal boundary will bring us some slightly cooler temperatures, so upper 50s for your lows on Monday morning with a nice sunny day. Still slim rain chances next week, so overall looks like a fantastic second week of June.
Not bad at all. Can't complain.
We'll take it.
All right, thanks so much. Well, a group of lawmakers could...
And Georgia Farm Bureau. Journey to Motherhood with Barkley Bishop, Tuesday on Good Morning Augusta.
A Modoc antique store is getting ready for the Peachtree 23-yard sale. Recycled Treasures owner Judy and James Keith have been in the antiquing game for years, and they're excited for shoppers to stop by for the big event. They think people will be blown away by some of the treasures that they'll find.
When they walk in the door, they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that there was this much stuff inside.
This place has everything. If you like little knickknacks, if you like lamps, if you like rolling pins, if you like anything, and especially pink things, they're here.
I love pink things. We'll be broadcasting live from multiple stops on the Peachtree 23-yard sale for our first stop of our Your Hometown tour. Join us tomorrow for live reports from Modoc, Edgefield, Ward, Johnston, and Monetta. So we'll be all over the place. Be sure to tune in and come on by.
And the weather will be nice tomorrow. We just have a 20% chance of showers, definitely just hit and miss brief showers. 85 degrees as our temperature, a little bit warmer on Saturday and into next week.
All right, well, that's our report for now. Thanks so much for watching us and staying up late with us. We really appreciate you. Our next news continues at 4:30 with Mary Morrison and Barton Bishop.